Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am coming to you with my entire Chanel fragrance collection. This is a video that I got some requests to do, and I have 9 fragrances total, so I'm going to go through them in order of sort of my least favorite to my most favorite. And before I get started, I did just want to mention that it is a really dark, rainy day here, so I have my overhead lighting and my ring light on. The room still isn't bright enough, but that's what I'm dealing with. So I apologize for the lighting in this video, but I'm going to jump in and go ahead and get started. So the first fragrance I have to talk about, which is kind of the least of my favorite fragrances that I own, and I should sort of throw in the fact that I recently had, maybe last year sometime, given away quite a few Chanel fragrances to friends and family because I really wasn't wearing them, and they were ones that either gave me a headache or that I really just didn't like for some reason. And so all 9 fragrances that I have to show you I still like and wear, but there are some that I like more than others. So at the bottom of this list would be my Coco Noir from Chanel. And the reason that this is on the bottom of my list really goes back to whatever is in Coco fragrances. I had Coco the original, I had Coco Mademoiselle. Both of them gave me headaches, and now I'm finding that this one is giving me a headache as well. I think they all smell amazing, and I'm not really sure what is in all 3 of them. It may be patchouli, I'm thinking, because that is the one ingredient that I think all 3 have in common, but there's something in these fragrances that just gives me a headache over time wearing them. But this one is a deep and delicious fragrance that is a little bit floral and spicy and woody all at the same time, and for some reason I am just not getting on with it, so I may end up giving this one away, but I do think it's a beautiful fragrance. So my next sort of least favorite perfume from Chanel is the newest fragrance in my collection. This is Paris Venise. And this is a fragrance that, again, I love the smell of, but can give me a headache if I wear it over extended periods of time. It is a very sort of floral scent, I would say, more so than some of my other fragrances. And it just has something in it, again, that is just not doing well with me or not sitting well with me, and that's such a shame. I do find on the dry down of this, it completely kind of changes to a much warmer, more sensual, less sort of in-your-face floral, but yeah, again, I'm having an issue with this. And this is an eau de toilette from the range that they recently released, and I just am not getting on with this one either, even though I do think it's a beautiful scent. So we'll see how I do in the fall winter, since I've really only had this around this year. I think I got it at the end of the winter and started really wearing it in the spring. I do think it's a beautiful spring fragrance because of the floral sort of notes, but yeah, it just didn't really do well for spring summer, and we'll see how I do with it in fall winter, and if not, I may end up giving that one away as well. Now, going forward, all the fragrances I have to talk about do not give me headaches, and I absolutely love and enjoy, but for different reasons I just don't wear them sort of all year long. And the first one is Gardenia, and this is from the Les Exclusifs line, so I paid quite a bit for this fragrance. And this is a beautiful fragrance. I remember getting this fragrance back in the 90s. I got married in 1998, and I think that was around the time I purchased this because I had considered wearing this on my wedding day, but I got married in the fall, and I decided to go with Chanel No. 5 because I really wasn't sure how long this one was going to stay around. And it turns out it's a fragrance I still love and reach for and would be beautiful as a wedding fragrance. And I think that it is just something I reach for more in the springtime, just because it is very much a gardenia fragrance. It's sweet and just beautiful, light and beautiful, but it's something that I only reach for part of the year, which is why it's sort of lower on the list. And next up is a fragrance that, again, I typically reach for only during sort of the warmer months of the year, and it is Chanel No. 19 Poudre. And actually, I am going to give this one a go in the fall and winter, because right now we're coming into fall and I'm really loving this fragrance. I love that this is sort of a green scent mixed with a little bit of powder in there, and it is a very sort of comforting scent, and I talk about that a lot in fragrances, that I really love and enjoy, things that just are comfortable to be around, that make me feel cozy, and this one is one of those, and I think that is mostly due to the powder that they've added to this scent, because the original number 19 I find to be a little bit sharp, but this one is a lot softer, and it's something that I'm definitely going to be pulling out more as we are coming into some cooler air for the fall. So yeah, Chanel number 19 Poudre, absolutely love this. And the next fragrance I have to talk about from Chanel is Chanel Cristal Eau Verte. And this is a glorious citrusy, sparkly floral that I love wearing in the summertime. I do also wear this a little bit in the spring and a little bit in the fall. I don't tend to reach for it in the winter because it is such a sort of light and refreshing scent or fragrance, but it is an eau de toilette, but it has great staying power, and it's one that I know I'll continue to repurchase, and is just a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Getting into my 4 favorite Chanel fragrances. The 4th one is Chanel Beige, and this is from the Les Exclusifs line. I purchased this quite a few years ago now, actually, and I really have not done much damage to this bottle, and that's primarily because I have so many fragrances in my collection. But I think when I purchased this, it was before they had switched this whole line to the eau de toilette, so this one has great lasting power as well. And it is just such a creamy, comforting scent that is supposed to be sort of reminiscent of the color beige, and I think it's beautiful. And this is something I find I can wear for any occasion, day or night, year-round, and I absolutely love it. It's a stunning fragrance from Chanel. And my top 3 fragrances are all part of the same fragrance from Chanel, which is Chanel number 5, and the least favorite of the 3, and I don't really think it's a least favorite, it's just the one that I reach for the least of the 3, is sort of the original scent of Chanel number 5 Eau de Parfum. This is a beautiful fragrance and one I will always have in my collection. This is what I wore on my wedding day. I feel like this is a perfect daytime scent, a perfect evening scent. For many years it was just my signature scent, and I absolutely love it. I do find that the original sort of fragrance of this is a little bit stronger, so it definitely packs a punch when you wear it. So now I really primarily reserve this for going out to a special occasion, and I just find that this is like the perfect fragrance when you just want to smell, you know, classy and expensive, and it's just beautiful, and it's something that I've heard people say is like a soapy smell. It definitely, I can see that. It's kind of hard to nail down Chanel number 5, but when you smell it, you know it, and you either love it or hate it, but I love it, and this is one, like I said, will always be in my collection. And in my number 2 spot is a flanker of number 5, and this is the most recent version of number 5 that Chanel released a few years back. This is Chanel number 5 Low, and this is supposed to be a sort of fresh, modern take on Chanel number 5. They've added a lot of citrus to this. That is sort of like what you get in the opening, but then in the dry down, you definitely get more of the sort of vanilla and that soft sort of white floral musky Chanel number 5. They did take away a lot of the aldehydes with, I think, the newer or the flankers of Chanel number 5, but I don't mind that at all. I feel like they all kind of have the same Chanel number 5 DNA, but this one is a lot lighter and a lot fresher, and one that I reach for mostly in the spring and summertime when I want to have Chanel number 5, but I don't want it to be quite as heavy, and I definitely do wear this more so during the day, and I have found myself wearing it now in the evenings when I go to bed, which is kind of my new thing, but I'm really, really enjoying. And so yeah, Chanel number 5 Low, another beautiful number 5 scent, and it's number 2 of my favorite Chanel fragrances. And last but not least is my number 1 favorite Chanel fragrance of all time. It is Chanel number 5 Eau Premiere. And this is a beautiful, beautiful flanker of Chanel number 5 that was released in the, I think, late 2000s, and I got it immediately when it had just come out. It used to be in a taller a taller bottle that was different to this one. I've had probably at least 2, if not 3 of those bottles before they changed the bottles, and this is my second of this. So I have pretty much had it in my life since it was released, and I went from wearing this as my signature everyday scent. It's something I wore to the office. It's something I wore just going out on the weekends. I find you can wear this for any occasion, and this one is, I would just say, a softer version of number 5. It's not quite as citrusy as Low, but it still has a little bit more citrus in it. I definitely can smell something in there, and it's just not quite as strong as number 5. It's like the lighter, I feel like this is like the middle sister, you know, like Chanel number 5 might be the older sister, Chanel Low is the younger sister, and this is sort of the middle-aged sister. So I love this fragrance, and I feel like it's something that, again, I went from wearing every day to now wearing on occasion, but it's something I wear day or night for any occasion. When I don't know what to wear, this is what I go to. I'm wearing it today, and it is just such a soft, beautiful take on Chanel number 5. I hope they never stop making this because it is my favorite of the 3. So yeah, my favorite Chanel fragrance is Chanel number 5 Eau Premiere. So those are all of the Chanel fragrances I have in my collection at this time. I would love to know what some of your favorite Chanel fragrances are, so please leave those in the comments below. And I don't really have anything particular right now, fragrance-wise, on my wish list. I've been thinking about getting myself a bottle of Chanel Allure, since it has been so long since I have owned that fragrance, and I did wear that quite a bit in the 90s. And lately I've just been about all things 90s. It's been like nostalgic 90s moment is happening in fashion, and it's happening with you know, my choices of handbags and like everything. So yeah, I might give that a sniff next time I am at a Chanel counter, but I haven't worn it in years, like I said, and so yeah. If there's anything you think I would like that I maybe haven't had in my collection or maybe need to try, I will tell you the Coco line is probably not for me, nor is the Chance line for me, but I'm open to anything that is on the Les Exclusifs line, although those are have kind of been blind buys for me since I don't have a Chanel counter anywhere in my area. So Gardenia worked out because it is a fragrance I had years ago, and Beige was a total blind buy based on so many people's recommendations, and it turned out to be a great one. But yeah, I'm not really sure what fragrance I would buy next, so let me know in the comments below what you love, and based on kind of what I've talked about today and what I have in my collection, if there's anything you feel like is missing, let me know that as well. So yeah, that is all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you soon in my next one.